So we're going to have some fun here with some decas today, and I'm going to show you how to hook up a wired deca for coax so you can use coax in your home to run internet wire, Ethernet. Like if you don't have any Ethernet wires running in your house, you can get these adapters, put one at each end of the coax, and you can use internet over your coax. But the hard part that nobody shows you is outside. They all assume that everything's connected together. Well, it could just be that your cables are laying out there not hooked together, which is my case because I ran all my wires and I only hooked up the ones I use. So if I want two rooms to talk over coax, you have to go outside and connect the two. So I'm going to show you, how to do that. You can get some tools like at Lowe's. You can buy a toner, or you can go on Amazon and buy coax toners. They're pretty cheap. Just type in coax toners on Amazon. But I'll show you what I'm working with here, if I can get the camera to cooperate. That's what I'm working with right there. I just got some of these cheap ones off eBay. They're DirecTV and they only max out at 100 megs. So I get the coax plugged into the bottom, Ethernet here, other end of the Ethernet. If I can get my camera to work. So I go into the Ethernet port on my laptop, and as you can see down there in the bottom, I don't have no internet, even with it plugged in, and that's because the other one isn't plugged in. The other one is right there, so you stick one at each end. And you can buy a kit of these on Amazon that'll do full gigabit, but they're like 170 for two. So I'm going to take the coax here. Dang it, if it'll cooperate. And like I said, I already labeled some of mine, like this one's labeled 6. So you just screw it in, and if you still can't find it under your faceplate, make sure it's connected behind your faceplate, because some new construction houses, the electrician gets lazy and doesn't hook up the coax. He just leaves it sit behind the faceplate. Alright, we're going to go outside now and I'll show you what to do outside. Alright, we're outside here at my coax box. You can tell I ran a lot of coax, and as I ran them, I tried to label them like 1. The one inside the garage was labeled 6, so I found 6, and here's the other end of that wire, and as you can see, it's not hooked up. So what everybody's assuming is, they're assuming you have everything hooked up to your splitter. You're either the cable company splitter, or in my case I have DirecTV, and it'll talk to the splitter, but if it's not hooked up, obviously it's not going to work. This is the one in the garage I just showed you, and then this is the other one that leads to my other location. And like I said, to tone these out, you can buy toners at Lowe's, or just search on Amazon coax toners, and you just go one by one, you hook onto the end, and it'll tell you, once you find the one you're looking for, you stick a tone on the faceplate and then come down here to your coax box and hook up on the coax. But to connect it, you just get a barrel here, a coax connector. You can buy these at Walmart. This is a DirecTV one. And then you just put it in there and screw it together. I'm going to screw these together here. And then once you screw them together, you go to the other location and hook up your other deca. But this is the important part out here, because if these wires aren't hooked up, those two inside are never going to work. And you can hook more of those decas together than just two. You can get a splitter, like a 2-way or a 3-way splitter, and you can hook up 3 of them and use one for your feed, and then for internet, and then these two will go to the other 2 decas if you had another coax here, like another room you wanted to hook up. But I'm going to connect these together, and then we'll go inside to the other end and I'll show you what to do on the other end. Alright, now we're on the other end. This is the other end of that cable from outside, and then here's the deca, and then of course, simple, you screw the coax onto it, if I can get in frame. Now once you screw the coax onto it, this is going to become your feeder that's going to feed the one downstairs, because my internet modem is right here next to me. So I'm just going to plug in the power And then I have an Ethernet cable right here, just regular Cat 5, because these will only do 100 megabits per second. And then the other end you take, and I have my it's kind of hard to see, all my internet equipment right here. So I'm just going to plug this into my router here. And my light's lit up. And then here on this one, if I can get in frame, it has green lights now. And that means it's found the other one on the other end of the coax, and they're talking to each other. Now I only have 12 meg internet at my house. I don't want to pay the cable company. I had problems with them, so I have another company. And I can only get 12 megs. So we'll go to the other end here downstairs and see what we can get file transfer wise on the laptop, and see if I can get my full 12 megs through my ISP. I should be able to. But these right here, the ones that you can find on eBay, are just for DirecTV. They connect the set-top boxes to the internet. Like I said, you can find these on eBay all day long. They're cheaper, but they only max out at 100 megs. So if you want the 1000 meg ones, you'll have to pay the 170 off of Amazon. Alright, so we'll go downstairs to the laptop and see what we're getting speed-wise. But you just convert in coax back to Ethernet. These things are a lifesaver if you can't run wires in your house. Alright, we are back at my computer now. We'll open up the web browser, and as you can see down, well, you can't see because my face is down there, but in the bottom right, we are connected to the internet. We're running on both decas, and it just popped up Google. And we'll go to fast.com and see if we're getting what I'm paying for my ISP. And sorry about the audio, this laptop sucks. It's running an AMD A8, and it is ancient. There goes 12, yep, 13. I'm paying for 12 for my ISP. So, looks like I'm getting what I'm paying for. And we will do a file transfer from my NAS, or to my NAS. And I got a movie here we'll try to put on it. This is my network attached storage. And we will just, I think this is it's a 16 gig file, or 15 gig, and it's transferring at 11 megabytes, however you say that. But these max out at 100 megabits or megabytes, whatever one it is, the smaller one. And if you get the ones on Amazon, they'll do a full gigabit. But those are 170. Like I said, these DirecTV ones, you can find them on eBay. So, but we're going to go ahead and cancel this. And if you're looking for a cheap solution to run internet on coax from one room to another, and you can't run Cat 5 or Cat 6, these will work for you. Go ahead and like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.